I don't know how people do things and how people are so skilled and talented with new technology. So I'll start with that. But I just got a tweet from one of our listeners who's got a screen grab where he has created some type of a several leg, looks like a 6-leg parlay.
Like, it looks real.
For the Grant and Danny food draft on some betting site where he's got legs that include Danny making up a food in his parlay. That one's like minus 600. I don't even know if there's any value on throwing that into the parlay. Me to offer a trade, which is a lock. I mean, so far he's just taking guarantees. Then he's got Ryan to refuse all trades as one of his 6 legs of his Grant and Danny food draft parlay. But the go check it out at Grant H. Paulson. I posted the picture. The legs that he put together, really, really funny. So well done by him. We're excited for 3 o'clock tomorrow. And we're more excited for Thanksgiving Day, now 2 days away. Before we get to the audio of Jaden Daniels out at Northwest Stadium today, giving out some turkeys. Speaking of turkey, I saw this debate raging on the interwebs. What is the correct time to eat a Thanksgiving meal? Because we have always worked around the football schedule, and if the Commanders play, it changes everything. They don't this time around. Like, my wife texted me a few days ago, and she said, hey, when do you want to eat on Thanksgiving? What's the football slate look like? And so I said, well, we got a really good game at 1, which should be at noon, and they've moved it back an hour. Nobody seems to be talking about that. Am I wrong, or has it always been a 12:30 start for the Lions?
Feels like that's the normal, right?
They're now doing a 1 o'clock start time for Detroit and Green Bay, which is going to be really, really good. 2.5-point spread on that one. Then you've got the Chiefs and the Cowboys. I actually sneaky think that's a great football game. The way Dallas's offense is playing, short week travel for Kansas City. You don't think they're going to have some problems with George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott moving the football? That's a really good game. So what we normally do is, the answer for me has always been in that 3:45, 4 o'clock window after a 12 o'clock noon start for the Lions is when we eat right before the 4 o'clock Cowboys game 2 of the 3-game triple header. But with a now 1 o'clock start, the game won't end until 4 or 4:15. So you're either eating at the end of that Lions-Packers game or during the beginning of Cowboys-Chiefs, which is probably going to have to be the play right around 4 o'clock. But the NFL shifting the times has kind of ruined my window. So I don't think I now have the answer anymore. I think 3:45, 4 used to be the perfect time to eat on Thanksgiving. I'm now a free agent. I'm in the market for new ideas.
Well, we are always at the mercy of the chefs, and they are not centered around football with the folks that do it.
We should get new chefs.
That would require like a divorce and a mother-in-law, like sort of kicking them to the curb. I like them. I'm going to keep them.
They're nice people.
They're great folks.
They might need to figure out that this day is about football too.
Yeah. Well, I'll as the eater, my feet are up and I eat, and I try not to complain very much. So I'm sort of at their beck and call. We always tend to eat later than I'd like. I'm a mid-afternoon guy.
When do you normally eat? When you say later than you'd like,
6, which I find outrageous.
You just do a dinner time.
Yeah. Because again, they're making so much stuff, and everything seems to take longer than they thought, and they're plating this and the second oven for that.
Everybody's making these meals. Very few people are eating at 6.
Again, I have zero role other than to say thank you and stuff my face,
which I understand, and I'm not questioning them. What I'm saying though is, I think if they're eating at 6, it's probably because they want to eat at 6. Like if they decided we're going to eat at 2, you wouldn't just accidentally whoopsie daisy at 6 p.m. They're probably working toward a dinner time Thanksgiving meal.
It tends to be that way.
So that's your annual start time?
Yeah.
Is generally,
and
what if the Commanders are playing the Cowboys in the 4 o'clock?
6 p.m. Again, they don't work around that. The only person that cares about that is me. Nobody else does.
Your wife isn't like, hey, Danny, we get it. You can go sit in front of the TV. Nothing like that.
I mean, more or less she understands that it's work and it's a professional obligation, but I'm encouraged to DVR and things like that. But yeah, they don't work around it. My in-laws are Baltimore folks, so if the Ravens happen to be playing, which is very rare that they play on Thanksgiving, but if they did, maybe there'd be some accommodation, but there's not much to that. Yeah, so there's no difference. But it ends up being later because to me, that mid-afternoon, that 3 o'clock range is perfect because you get your giant meal. The nap is inevitable. I mean, it's Thanos picking up all the Infinity Stones. Then you got a chance to rally back post-tryptophan, and now there's a second round. When you eat at 6, maybe your leftovers right before bed, but it's like that's not the right time.
10:30, 11 p.m.
That's
turkey
wrong.
Sandwich
Doesn't feel as good.
No,
that 8 p.m. after the 3 p.m. Feeding, that's the best.
I don't like the really early start time, and the only thing worse than the really early start time is the really late sit down. So here's what I'm going to say on a bingo board, so to speak, of putting down some markers. I think anything after my dentist appointment at 2:30
Mm-hmm.
is wheelhouse, as long as it's before a 4:30 start. That's the window to me. That's the perfect time to eat your Thanksgiving meal, is somewhere between 2:20 and 4:45. If you're before 2:20, I think it's a little early. And if you're after 4:45, that's a tough ask. But if 5, we can make that work. 6 or later, I think, is an outrage.
Yep.
I mean, that is an unacceptable, real missed opportunity, because you really should be getting to eat twice on Thanksgiving Day. Otherwise, you're doing it wrong. And if you're at someone else's house and you're eating at 6, you're rolling out at 8:30 or so. I mean, if you ate correctly, if you eat everything you're supposed to, you're not hungry again. You're getting one meal.
That's right.
Now, on the flip side, where are you on these people? This is a thing, because every year I do this, and I will once again ask all of you to send me your Thanksgiving Day plates, and I can grade them for you and send you back my critique on your plates at Grant H. Paulson on all things social media. But I start getting images. I never even knew this was a thing. I start getting Thanksgiving plates sent to me at like 12:15.
Yeah, the noon people.
I mean, there are people eating full ass Thanksgiving meals at 12 o'clock
Now,
noon.
those are the folks, and I admire this, where there's no frills. There's no charcuterie board. There's no cheese plate.
That's the problem.
There's no, hey, there's a grazing station of almonds, snacks, breads,
Right.
dips, whatever. They don't do any of that stuff. They're just full Bob Senley immediately to the big meal.
For those people that eat at 12:30, are your family members getting to your house right at start time? Are they walking in, sitting down, and eating? Because for me, there's a few hours leading up to that of just, we're watching football, we're watching the turkey get fried outside, and we're slowly dropping it into the grease, and we're standing around with a beer in our hands,
Figuring out what to do with the kids,
Coke
take
Zero.
them for a walk, go to the playground.
Exactly. So here's kind of the way I see my day going is people start showing up, I'm guessing, somewhere around 11 to 11:30. Food is served for the first time closer to 11:30 to noon. Food includes a massive cheese program, the size of which I would say is a little smaller than the state of Texas, somewhere in the kitchen.
Right, somewhere in there.
But all over the table, you've got deviled eggs, you've got snacks, you've got finger foods, phenomenal finger foods. And this is going to happen for hours. I mean, this is like, you're kind of full by the time you sit down for Thanksgiving, if it's done correctly.
That's right.
Now, you got to be a veteran here, as if you're going to the Brazilian steakhouse or something, where you can't fill up on the breads and the salads and all the little stuff they're trying to get you to.
Discipline.
Which you and I don't really have a lot
No, we
of.
don't. We're not good at it.
But we're going to try our best.
Mhm.
It's a challenge every year. But to me, you graze all day long. That's why you eat at like 3, 4 o'clock. That's the play.
That's the window.
So we're in lockstep. What's worse? If like you do the 6 p.m. thing, it sounds like, which is my nightmare.
Mhm.
Would you rather eat at noon or 6?
Noon.
I think so too.
Because
you're
I
eating
guarantee
again
myself
at
twice.
5.
I get 2. The things that I love the most.
So do you ever get 2?
No.
The way you do it now?
I mean, you get the leftover, the one extra piece of pie.
do you stay overnight?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, yeah.
clutch.
Mhm.
If you were leaving, I think you'd be cooked. The fact that you're staying overnight, you now get the opportunity. You're getting your dessert.
You get your next day.
Are you doing pie?
Yeah.
A la mode, or how we doing that?
I don't do the a la mode because that ice cream was like a shuriken through my stomach, basically, and just making sure that I have terrible stomach issues. So I would probably skip the mode part of it. I'll just go straight pie. But yes, that's available.
When are you doing that? 7:45? 8?
7:30.
So I think you're you're fighting it
Fighting it.
to get one more turkey sandwich in.
Yeah, I mean these are all healthy people. These are all. I'm the heaviest by far.
Have you considered having fewer healthy people at your Thanksgiving?
I've tried to incorporate others, and it's just
You've never invited me. That would be a good addition.
well, it'd be nice
To a not healthy.
just to drag us all down.
Exactly.
I got 2 vegans over there. You know, my wife is super healthy. Everybody's healthy except for this guy. But yeah, if noon would be the play if I had to choose between the two, because I will sacrifice great appies, even though I love the appies so much. I love grazing. As long as I mean, to me, this is really just an excuse to eat the stuffing. Stuffing is a top 5 food for me. Everyone should know what's in their top 5. We don't eat stuffing enough. Stovetop tried, to get America on board with the idea that it's not just for Thanksgiving, it should be all the time. Remember the kid who's coming home from the playground, he wanted to go to somebody's house. It's like, Billy's got stovetop? And then like he was strategizing, went to 3 different houses for dinner that one night, playing outside in the summertime because they were all serving stovetop that night. They tried to get the country on board with stuffing all the time, and it didn't take for some reason.
I also find that while all stuffing is good, stuffing has the greatest variance of probably any of the things served at Thanksgiving. The way somebody does it versus somebody else. One family does it versus another. I've had really good stuffing. It's the best, Jerry. The best. And I have also had bad stuffing. Like I've had stuffing where I'm like, I'll call my mom after, I'll text her, I'll be like, hey, didn't love the stuff, our stuffing, awesome. You do the best. The stuffing I just had, I just want you to know this made me appreciate your stuffing a little bit. Like that has happened before. And it can happen. But by the 6 p.m. start time tells me you do a very strong hors d'oeuvre hour. You have to.
Oh, yeah.
You're eating all day.
The amount of all day eating.
Or as Clary once called it, hors d'oeuvre.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Let me hear it one more time.
Hors d'oeuvre. Hors d'oeuvre. Chris and Cole. Hors d'oeuvre. You're on Grant and Danny. What time you eating your Thanksgiving meal? What's the right play here? Chris, you're on the radio. This is when you talk.
I'm sorry. I was laughing at y'all with the hors d'oeuvre.
Hors d'oeuvre. Do your best hors d'oeuvre.
No, our family, we've always ate at 1 o'clock. As a little kid, I remember getting to the family's house 10:30, 11. You got your celery sticks with cream cheese, a little bit of spice, some pitted olives, crackers, and cheese. But we like to eat early because, it's Detroit, Green Bay, and for years, who was Detroit? They just got served up by Green Bay, so you would have it in the background. And the great thing about eating earlier, you get the double meal. About 4 o'clock, 4:30, when you get hungry again, you make you another plate, make your turkey sandwich, and you roll on.
Look, I'm not going to besmirch 1 o'clock. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong like I would 6, 7 p.m., which I think is a terrible idea. But noon or 1, while early, is better than late. You're just not really in let's shove as much food as possible into my stomach mode. It's almost like having a drink at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. It doesn't feel right just yet.
Yep.
The big meal at noon or 1, it just doesn't feel right. Darius, when are you guys eating? You go to a relative's house generally in Maryland, right?
Correct. Yes. Go to my cousin's house.
How many people are there?
It's usually anywhere from, I would say, 8 to 12-ish.
Okay. That's
around there. Yeah.
about what we got.
Mhm.
What time are we eating?
We are a 4 p.m. family.
That's the answer.
Yeah. We are a 4 p.m. family.
And are we snacking all day or is there?
No. So, yeah, you guys are mentioning, having so many hors d'oeuvres. And things prior. We dive in. Once 4 o'clock comes around, everybody dives in right then and there.
What time do you get there?
I typically get there, say 3-ish.
And there's not like a bunch of food out already to just start snacking on?
Not really. No, it's hands off the kitchen until it's dinner time.
I got to say that's tough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't we be opening up expanding the palate a little bit?
So there's the danger, and if you have enough authority in the kitchen to kick people out, then that's big time. What usually happens is you get the hefties who will start pacing around behind the people cooking because everything smells so good. They just wander into the kitchen. Right. And that's the reason to have food out for twofold. One, the food's delicious and I just want the hors d'oeuvre. But second is to not bother the cookers.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
And it's the correct play for them to kick you out of the kitchen. You shouldn't be allowed. But that's also why the snacks are there.
That's my point. Yeah.
To tide us over. So you just set them up on another table in another room. And then we have something to consume. So I'm not trying to pull the skin right off the turkey. Which, by the way, I didn't realize until I got married how trashy and awful this is. But like my dad always, for whatever reason, like he would carve the turkey pretty much after peeling it, so to speak. So he would like set the skin to the side and then he would like carve the turkey. Whereas my wife's family, they just cut right into
carve the turkey.
The turkey. So there's like skin on each piece of meat. But I would just go over and just grab a bunch of the skin, not off of the turkey, but my dad would already have set it to the side. And I would just start walking around eating big leaves of turkey skin. My wife thought it was the most egregious, outrageous, ridiculous thing she'd ever seen. She's like, what do you mean? You keep it on to carve the turkey. And I'm like, no, you don't. You pull it all off and then you carve the turkey without it. And I realized we did it in a way, like when I started asking around, most people were like, of course you keep the skin on.
Keep the skin on.
No. You peel it and you eat it like it's, I don't know, a Slim Jim or something.
That's right. You're like
Toby's nodding. You know about this move. Did you guys peel the turkey before you cut it and carved it each time?
Absolutely. I mean, me, my mom, my dad were fighting over the skin.
No, I don't mean just like pick a little off. I mean, you guys would peel the thing off?
Yeah. I mean, we're not grabbing the whole thing at once, like,
Right. And
And
he's
then-
saying little by little. This is what we would like kind of get pieces till 80% of the skin's off the turkey.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's different. So, like, if you're cheating a piece of skin, that's not a big deal.
But I'm saying by the time you carve the turkey,
There's no
like
skin left.
skin on pieces of the turkey that other people are getting.
Got it. So the way you made it sound at first was you're meticulously moving all the skin away. Skin is gone, and now we can carve the
both
turkey.
are correct. We are both eating the turkey little by little skin pieces, yes, but also like my dad's exercise was to get the skin off of the turkey prior to carving into the bird.
Oh, DP, that's odd. Picking at the turkeys, that's human beings. You're tempted by the smell, and you
Of
want that
course.
little piece, the little crackling. It's awesome. Good for you. Removing it all together is Hannibal Lecter stuff.
As I said, as I've gotten older, I'm like, that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. If it's such a wonderful delicatessen that everybody wants, why wouldn't you keep a little bit on
Wouldn't you want to
each
keep it?
piece of turkey?